over here getting dressed.
Oh, wait.
Right next to the sidewalk.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
It's true. For some reason, this car smells like stinky feet right now.
I found a dime in my shoe.
All right. You buying lunch?
Yep, dime's the limit.
Good morning from Hot Springs National Park.
We're in Hot Springs, Arkansas. We're parked on Bathhouse Row. This is the most concrete I've ever seen in a national park, but for good reason. This national park is known for their bathhouses and traditional spa treatments. Those bathhouses are fed by the thermal hot springs here in Arkansas. There's a couple of different options if you do want to purchase a spa treatment. There's a more modern version, and then there's the traditional house. That's where we are going to try to make an appointment today. Buckstaff Bathhouse gives a completely traditional bath spa treatment just like they did 120 years ago. This has been one of the more elusive national parks that we have tried to visit. It's been really difficult trying to make an appointment for anything. We have called, emailed, and tried to talk to anybody, and no one's really gotten back to us. We've learned that the easiest or best way to make an appointment is to show up in person and try to make an appointment for either later that day or the next day. That's what we're going to try to do right now.
If all goes well, somebody else will be scrubbing our naked bodies. We'll see how that goes. We'll link below the blog that I had read about this particular bathhouse. It's really interesting. If you're ever in the area and you can manage to get an appointment, I think it sounds like a cool experience.
I don't have a whole lot of hope for this at all. Fingers crossed. Let's try to make it happen.
Good luck. So Nathan is going inside. The reason he's going in is because I've contacted this particular location to the point where I almost feel like I'm on a bad list. So I'm hoping that he can go in and maybe charm them, and maybe they don't remember our last names. Why are they always running?
Okay. Good news, bad news?
We did not get a spa day.
No, spas are booked until Tuesday. Today is Friday, so they are booked a couple of days in advance, which I guess is pretty normal. So I did mention how difficult it was to try to call and make an appointment ahead of time, and she apologized for that. They said they always have somebody doing callbacks, which is the best time is to email them, and then they'll call you back.
Nope.
So I will say the sign on the front said that it is privately owned and operated. It is fed by the hot springs, and it is traditional, but it is not owned by the national park. So I'm not too upset that we couldn't do it. So there's a lot to do here. Doesn't look like it, but there is, and there are some interesting things. It's just hard to do some of the things that are most known for. Since we unfortunately couldn't book a bathhouse experience, we're going to show you everything that you can do at Hot Springs National Park without going to a bathhouse. One of the main reasons we wanted to go to Buckstaff Bathhouse was it is the place where all of the Major League Baseball players used to come for spring training. They were heavy drinkers, and they thought that the baths were rejuvenating enough and could bleed out all of the toxins from drinking. Not only did National Baseball players come here, but gangsters from the 1920s and 30s, that whole era, also used to frequent all of these bathhouses. They would check their rivalries at the door and experience the day all on their own. The first thing you need to do is get a picture by the sign, of course.
Wow! Untamed wonder, nice! Good job!
This is our 45th National Park, and it's taken us this long to figure out how to make a very good photo for the sign. This looks like an old pirate cauldron, something or other. If you're starting your tour off in the morning like we are, the second thing you should do is come to the hot spring where you can fill up a cup and make some tea. It's literally what the park ranger told me to do.
You can see steam coming off. Better pick a good flavor.
I have no idea what to do. So we've got our tea packet, we've got our cup, we're gonna fill it up with hot water. Can you get it?
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't say it's hot, but it is warm for sure.
Well, let that steep for like 2 minutes. You don't have to shake it.
You gotta jostle it around a little bit.
I mean, barely.
Okay, according to the Tea Queen, you have to wait 3 minutes. It's been 3 minutes. Oh, it's perfect.
I don't know, that ooh didn't sound too sure.
No, it really is. That's so fun.
I mean, it's tea that came from this fountain. That's got a lot of floaties in it.
That's Amber at 75% excitement, so I'd say this was a success. Moving on.
It's pure and pristine.
We've seen countless what looks like locals come here with their big 5-gallon water jugs and fill it up straight from this spring. A lot of people come here for their water. Yeah, that's hot too.
Are you sure we drank out of the right one?
It's all water.
Yeah.
It's all purified.
I bet he was talking about this one and not that other one. Nathan.
I don't know. I didn't know it was hot.
Is that really that hot?
It's the same hot
Oh
temperature.
my gosh. We totally drank from the wrong one. Nathan.
Well, it's not like we dug it out of the floaties thing. Came straight out of the pipe.
Oh my goodness. It is 10:30 and this place is pretty dead, so if you want to come on a weekday early in the morning, you'll have the place pretty much to yourself. I had some pretty high hopes today that I'd be scrubbed down by some lady, and that's just not going to happen. So I'm really looking forward to this beer that we're going to try later.
If you can't get into a traditional bathhouse, come to the Fordyce Bathhouse. This is where the National Park Visitor Center is, and you can get a very good idea of what the traditional bath used to be. They have all the original equipment, plumbing, and everything there for you to see. It's just like a museum. So let's go check it out. I can't imagine having to undress an entire full suit in this little tiny space. I believe all of these hooks had a purpose. This one was either for your hat or your suit coat. Everything was very proper, and I would assume only the well-to-do could afford something like this in the 1920s and 30s.
What is that?
First floor.
Each one of these rooms were used for something different. You had the massage room, then you came in here to have a bath attendant bathe you and scrub you down. Then you went into another room to sit in a steam box. It was a whole experience.
We were supposed to end the spa experience with this shower. It's supposed to be therapeutic, almost like a massage. I think they call it a needlepoint shower, but it's just because they have so many pipes.
Everything was so mechanical back then. They had all these knobs firing off, doing one individual job. Another must-see is the open hot springs that they have for you to just see them in their natural way. I don't know how natural this is, but it is coming out of the mountainside just like it used to. This is not a quiet street.
No, I'm hungry.
Which brings us to our final destination. Our very last stop of the day is Superior Baths. This is where they have a full restaurant and a brewery. You can get a beer that is brewed from the thermal hot water. I'm not passing that up.
Nathan and I have faced a big internal struggle deciding whether or not we want to tell all of you how much we enjoy drinking beer. But the cat's out of the bag and we like beer, so we're going to show you guys us enjoying beer from time to time. It is what it is. That is awesome.
This is way better than a spa.
I'd have to agree.
We're gonna get food too, don't worry. So, what was your favorite? My favorites for sure were the jalapeno, the honey basil,
Yes. Oh, you know what? I liked the coffee one.
and, well, so it's an oatmeal stout.
Yes, oatmeal stout. I thought the oatmeal stout was pretty good.
So are we in agreement with what our favorites were?
Yes.
We're in complete agreement that our favorites were the jalapeno, the oatmeal stout, and the honey basil punch.
I don't know who's gonna finish all these because I need food. We haven't had breakfast yet. This is a recipe for a lot
fun.
of stuff. Yeah, I guess. We overestimated how easy this would be. Or no, underestimated? This is a lot harder than I thought it would be.
There's only 2.5 beers worth. Well, 4.5 beers worth, so 2 each. And this is a lot harder than drinking 2 beers.
It's so much harder than drinking 2 beers.
Are they getting warm? Is it different kinds? I don't know.
And you never really know what you're getting. Like, you just kind of pick one up and you're like, am I gonna like this or not? And it's like, so, whatever. We don't like the sour, so that will not be this will not be finished. Sour, no bueno. What is this one? Do you remember?
It's the other sour.
There's another sour we will not be drinking. This is the rest of the pickle. I guess I can finish that. We have 5 left. Are we gonna do it? That's the real question.
No.
We gave it our best.
Some of them weren't good enough to finish.
Some of them were delicious though.
Some of them were great.
And very, very unique. Like unlike anything I've ever tasted.
Yep.
We've eaten and we're full and we have a drive ahead of us, so it's best to stop now. Thank you.
Oh, do we get to sign it? Yes, I was gonna ask. Thank you.
You guys technically didn't finish it, but I'll give it.
Oh, you know what?
That was the
If that's what it
case. It was
takes,
spot
I'll
on.
do it. Better not misspell it this time. I feel great.
Okay, so let's recap the day. Start your day off by making some tea or coffee with the hot spring.
In the proper hot spring.
Free water. After you get your mineral water, go to the Fordyce Bathhouse, the visitor center, and check out all the old equipment and everything that they used to do in the traditional bathhouses. And then finish your day at Superior Bathhouse with a beer flight and a burger. Today's been a spectacular day, and as always, we still have a 4-hour drive after this to get to Dallas and visit a friend.
Good.
Back to our car that smells like dirty shoes.
It doesn't smell that bad. It does not smell clean though.
That's the best way you can put that.